and welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. If you're one of my returning subscribers, I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys for your presence and for your support of me and each other in the comment section especially. A big congratulations to last month's winner of the free video reading, and I will be drawing a name for that next week for this month. So be sure to drop your comment below and hit your notification bell if you would like to be considered for a private reading. And if you are finding yourself here for the very first time, we just want to welcome you to this space, to this soul family. I do pick a card readings on this channel, so please join us if you're into tarot, if you're into spirituality. Pull up a chair, grab yourself some snacks, and get cozy because we're all friends when we gather at this table. My things are moving. So today's pick a card reading, we're asking about the person on your mind, and you're in no contact perhaps with this person because we're asking the question, will you ever see them again? And if so, when will that happen? So we have 3 piles for you to choose from today. We have pile number 1 here with these different heads. Pile number 1 with this black head. Pile number 2 with the cream, and pile number 3 with the red candle. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting from spirit, and my timestamps are below in the description box, not the comment section. I am going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, we're asking the question today is, will you ever see the person on your mind again? Will you guys ever cross paths? And if so, when? Hello everybody. In pile number 1, you were drawn to the black candle here, or to this first card, and this is your reading. You guys got the white mulberry card, and today we're asking the person on your mind, will you ever cross paths with them again? Will you ever see them again in this lifetime? And if you do, when will this happen, and what will be the circumstances around that? So we're dealing with the white mulberry, and you can see that there is the yin yang right in the center of that card. And this card really talks about finding connections between people and animals even with whom you share your life, and doing your best to create harmony with them. And so this person could really feel like there's a lot of unfinished business, and I feel like there's a strong connection that you're asking about. At least on your end, you consider it a very strong connection, and I feel like this person also would consider it too. I think that there could be soulmate energy here, and it's about the importance of making the other person realize that they're important. So they could feel like there could be longevity in this disconnect even, but they could really feel like it's necessary for the two of you to have some sort of closure moment even if there's no expectation of more. I feel like this person really feels it necessary to express that they understand the dynamics of your connection in some way. So let's take a look here, and let's ask Spirit, will you ever cross paths with this person again? Will you ever see them again? We have the Justice coming out with the Ace of Cups. We have the Judgment reversed. There's a real fear of change here. There's a real fear of stepping outside of our comfort zones here. The Wheel of Fortune. But there's also a very intense connection in place, or we wouldn't have this many major arcanic themes coming out already in your spread. There is something very profound here, and there is a very strong desire to create union. And this strong desire could be from you, could be from this person, but I do feel like there are things getting in the way. This could be position, and I'm dealing with collective energy, so I have many energies floating around, but the 10 of coins is telling me that this person feels like you guys could have built everything together. You could have built generational wealth together, but this could also be where they're sitting currently and why they fear change, because this is a lot to kind of sacrifice or potentially sacrifice. And they are concerned about the cause and effect with bringing forward, you know, this offer, this new emotional start. And it's presenting as peace. It's presenting as like offering sort of a help, a communion. You can see even the dove is bringing in that communion into the Ace of Cups. But ultimately, Spirit says you can see the cup is overflowing. Once we add fuel to this already burning fire, because it's still burning. It's like the Olympic torch. It's still going. And if we add fuel to it, it's just going to kind of overflow. Will you see this person again? It's almost like someone in this connection fears that you will. You may fear it, maybe they do. It's like you want it, but it's almost like, what if it actually happens? It's what I want, but what if it actually happens? Then I have to put my money where my mouth is. And that I think that's really intimidating in this situation. We have the Fool. Backup deck is the Three of Wands. Six of Cups. And that's the reunion we're looking for, isn't it? But if actions, speak loudly, there aren't a lot of actions right now. There aren't a lot of actions at all. There's a very passive nature to the dynamics of the connection right now from both parties, I feel. There's a very protective stance coming in because of that fear of change and the weakness that really shows. But the fact is that you guys have known each other potentially for many lifetimes. Like, this is an old soul contract here. And there's a reason why you chose the white mulberry. There's a reason why you, even though you couldn't see it, your intuition, you're all born with intuition, you could sense the connection here. Even though it's in disconnect, there's a very strong soul connection here between the two of you. King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, but I feel like you will definitely see this person again in your lifetime. Because it's like somebody is going to step outside of that comfort zone and take a risk here. Feels like the Divine Masculine in this connection, but it's fire energy. It's just somebody with a lot of purpose, a lot of drive. A sudden turn that shakes up this situation where they feel helpless to create change. They bolster their confidence. And it could be because of the influence of this really intense union, because even though we're in a passive nature here, we're being sort of hugged and flanked by such powerful energies of desire for reunion, of something worth risk for. And there may even, for someone watching, there may be a sudden turn of events especially if you're the Divine Feminine here, there may be a sudden turn of events in your life that allows this to kind of open up as well. I do see someone coming forward and taking a risk. Yeah, there's your Page of Cups. Absolutely. Pile one. Here's the Emperor, and here's the Queen of Pentacles. The issue comes in, though, with the dynamics of your situation and the dynamics of this person's situation. I feel like they don't want to create havoc for you, and they're more concerned about you than they are about themselves, which is kind of refreshing, to be honest, because it's been a lot of the reversal lately. But they care more about your position. They're very empowered to create change. Somebody here, though, leading up to this big surge, is really worried and being very passive because they're giving their power over to their position instead of sort of fueling it or using it to fuel their actions. I do think that this offer is going to come in unexpectedly for you, or this communication or this opportunity to see them, but I feel like it's almost this person coming forward with communication. They want you to see the bigger picture here, full moon in Sagittarius, and we have very strong Sagittarius energy with the King of Wands, and that's why I feel like when Spirit zooms out on connections like this, it's like there may be places or situations in place or families in place, whatever the dynamics of this person's life and your life is, there's a lot of practical concerns. But Spirit wants us to see beyond the fear, see beyond our perceived restrictions in this connection, because they say expectation has a lot to do with the success we see. And if we expect to never see them again, then that will become something that we have to contend with if we want to create change outside of that expectation. So if we expect good things, if we anticipate good things, then we really can see good things. Embrace the flow of life on the back of the deck. Make time for self-love. And this is a really good point that Spirit brings up to sort of embody this energy of the Empress, to embolden us to create enough confidence to see movement coming in for us. so that we don't feel stuck in a rut. So we feel powerful to create change and to see change open up in our life. We have here the whale, so yes, and dragonfly. The dragonfly is about big, huge transformation that could come about because of this sudden turn of events for you. The whale is about expression. So just because a doorway opens doesn't necessarily mean that we are bold enough to be vulnerable within that space to create the change that we really need to. So they're asking you to be vulnerable, and they're saying that there is expression and the ability to express yourself coming. So this dragonfly is asking us to kind of prepare for that, to be an active part of our transformation, to be an active part of this transformation by making sure that we're standing in this power. And we have to kind of work on that, because she's not up top right now. The Empress is just supporting the Wheel of Fortune. So she needs to stand in this power to kind of help that wheel get back into motion, to help that wheel to start to turn. Let's ask Spirit about when, though. Let's see if they'll tell us about the whens here. They say it's sudden. You're not going to expect it. When do you see? Ooh. Two of Cups, and we have here the Two of Pentacles on the back of the deck. It's like they're holding space for it. It's like you're holding space for them. They're holding space for you. There's a lot of electricity between the two of you. This could come anywhere, and because I'm dealing with collective energy, this could come anywhere from 2 months to 2 years, depending on who's watching this video right now. The Two of Cups is indicating the relationship potentially opening up after this point too, so something forming, but Spirit says it could be up to about 2 years before this happens, so you have time to prepare and adjust. For some, though, it's a lot faster than that. So they say time waits for no one. It's a good time to start this process of self-care, self-love, seeing the bigger picture, maintaining that inner alchemy. It's a good opportunity now. It's like there's no waiting in life. There's just action. There's just living. So we're not waiting for this to happen. Spirit says that we're living and trying to gain as much happiness out of each moment as we possibly can, because it's beautiful practice for when this opportunity opens up. And there's a lot of abundance. Like there's a lot of positivity in the future here, potentially for a relationship actually forming. Let's get some advice. Advice, please, for pile number 1. Advice for when this opens back up. And I see this person again. Playfulness, take time to play. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. The dolphin is this symbol of joy. It's somebody perhaps even with a great laugh that's coming forward for you as well. But again, it's another mammal that has to come up to take that breath, right? So it's about expression, but it's about enjoying the ride. And when this opportunity opens up, it's about literally, it's like embracing the moment like a child would, just seizing the day. You are provided for in all ways, so there's no reason for us to feel insecure or for us to feel like we are stuck in a rut in this situation. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile 1. Pile 1 in the bowl, please. How does this person currently feel about pile 1 in the bowl? Oops, missed it. 10 of Swords. They're very intimidated by you. We have the 10 of Swords here with the Queen of Wands is reversed. I feel like there's a frustration in the wait. I feel like there's a frustration in the wait here. And they could even almost be like worried about you being angry with them for some reason. So take that as it resonates to your past situation with this person. They're not very hopeful that you feel the same way at this current moment. And I will say they could be the one in this very passive, stuck fear of change mentality, because they're in this state of the 10 of Swords, which is not a great place. It's emotional responses, over the top emotional responses to pain. It's sadness, it's loss, it's the end of a cycle. But they're not seeing it clearly because they're convinced that you're angry, they're convinced that you're upset, that you're not really anticipating, or you maybe don't even want to hear from them perhaps, but there's a light cascading over the horizon there for a reason, because if they can make it through this dark moment where they're feeling low, where they're feeling passive, where they're not seeing things clearly, then they can make it to that sunshine. They can see things clearly. They can make a new plan of action. Ooh, M and T and Q and R. Lots of letters today. We have U and T and R, Q, M. We have the peace symbol, somebody who really feels like they need closure. But it's not just closure. It's not just closure, because we have the rose of hope, and it's red rose, to a symbol of empowerment. We have kind, brave, strong, free, happy, thankful. We have the Seven of Swords, so somebody who suppresses or suppressed their feelings for you, and someone who's not being 100% honest with themselves right now with what change they can create in the situation. We have a Key, someone who's holding their feelings for you secret. We also have the Horse, which is a symbol of freedom and choice. We all have a choice. All right, pile one, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it did, I would love to hear your story below in the comment section, and I would love for you to subscribe to this channel if you feel called to, and join our beautiful soul family here. If you do subscribe and drop me a comment, be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free video reading with me. You can also check me out on Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to, and that link is below. But I do hope that you come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage on another day, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile two. You were drawn to the white candle head here, or to this card. You got the pomegranate today, and this is your reading. The person on your mind. Will you ever see this person again in his lifetime? And if so, when will that happen? You picked the pomegranate card, and this card is all about the inner journey and about using your intuition to come up with solutions and visualizations to help you plan your course. So it may require action, perhaps, in order for the two of you to see each other again. It may require some inspired action. But let's take a look here. Will you ever see this person again? It could be that this has been a major point of contention as far as your ability to heal and move forward. You may feel stuck in place because of this connection or unfinished business that you feel here. You have the Empress. We have the Tower. Will you ever see this person again? I feel like this person has been on your mind quite a bit. It's quite the challenge. It's like you can't seem to plan or move forward. Two of Wands, Seven of Wands. Will you ever see this person again? Pile number two. We have the Three of Swords. Back of the deck is the Three of Cups. And this almost feels like it was a friendship, perhaps, for someone watching. And maybe it could have been more or should have been more, but it's presenting as the desire for a reunion with someone that you used to have a lot of fun with. And maybe you didn't even recognize, perhaps, at that time that it was more profound of a connection than it actually is at that time. Because there is a great desire here for reunions. But I also feel like you have a lot of responsibilities on your plate. And I feel like there's been a long period of time here where you have not seen this person, because it almost feels like you've grown and even aged a little bit. Like there's been a lot of time between communication. The Four of Swords. And it's you can see in this Four of Swords, like the focus is there. The focus is there. And this is a big challenge. It's like it feels like you can't move forward. It's a challenge for you to heal. And you do feel like you need closure from this person in order to do that. But I feel like you have a lot of responsibilities. You may have other relationships as well. And so it's hard for you to imagine a solution. It's hard for you to imagine a solution that could create change here. And so solution, Spirit says that you have been looking for solutions here everywhere else except for inside of you. It's almost like there's this impression that there's something missing from you, and that this is the key to what is missing. There's something missing from you, and you thought that you had perhaps found the key in life. You may even be married potentially, but it almost feels like despite other commitments that you've made, it's like you still can't, you don't feel like you can heal, or you don't feel like you can have closure until you receive it from this person. Back of the deck is the Two of Swords, and we have the Muse of Materials, the King of Pentacles here, and he's actually reversed because he's supposed to be like this. I feel like almost this person and yourself could have very mirrored energies right now too, especially if you are married or they are married. You may both be married. You may both be in other partnerships. There may be even children and other factors like that involved. Because what I'm seeing is that, like, I see two people struggling with the same thing. They're both struggling with the same dynamics. They're both struggling with masks on, and they're both in a very passive nature towards one another. This person gets very jealous when it comes to you, and you may experience that jealousy as well, because it's a battle with the ego that you're in when it comes to this person. They don't have a lot of follow through from their position, though, I must say. And that's why Spirit wants us to, instead of looking for solutions about how to create closure for ourselves emotionally, they want us to kind of turn this little telescope towards ourselves. They want us to turn inward. We don't see solutions coming in the future of this connection because of the passive nature. And we often say in tarot, you know, that the future is a very fluid thing, and it is, because we are in control of the seeds that we plant to create it. But because of the passive nature, because we're in this disconnect, and because we're so focused on that challenge, we're not creating solutions. And so we don't see those solutions being manifested in the future. But Spirit says that all isn't lost, because the epiphany that's needed here, the opportunity that you're looking for, is already inside of you. And the closure that you're seeking, they say that you may not be able to find it with this person, that it's not closure. It would just be something that riles everything up. We have Be Proud of Yourself coming out, because it's a healing that's required to overcome this particular obstacle for you. It's a healing, but you can see that her gaze is turned outward when Spirit wants that gaze, that healing, the empowerment to sink into this divine feminine, into this divine masculine. Work through your feelings. And we also have Let Your Fears Dissolve. Let your fears dissolve about what you're going to find on that quest to find yourself truly. If you're feeling dissatisfied in your current life, because you may be feeling that, you may be feeling restless. Oftentimes, again, when we're feeling reckless, we'll look around at everything on the outside of our experience, and we'll try to point fingers at what's causing that. But if we look inward, sometimes we'll find the source inside of us. Because if we can fix that imbalance inside of us, it will catch up to our outward experience. Back of the deck says, make time for self-love. And that's why they're even focusing here at the Four of Swords about healing, retreat. She's in a beautiful bubble bath and she's empowering herself with self-care. She's got rose petals on. There's bubbles there. And it's through this healing that your eyes will truly be opened, and you'll be able to be honest with yourself and others about the dynamics of the closure you're seeking here. I do feel like there could be third parties here as well on either side, which again is a complication to consider. We have here flow. Going with the flow. It says meandering pathway. It's a reminder to us that, you know, the path that we often tread in life is a very unexpected one and not something that we can actually plan for. Having a general plan is great, but often detours will happen. And we have renewal. as well, the frog spirit. But the frog spirit comes when someone's very intuitive and they need to practice some of that intuition on themselves first. Back of the deck is Power, the dragon, but it was also in the reversal position. And I love this flow card specifically, the meandering path, because it encourages us to allow the path to take us where it's going to take us. Not to hurry or to resist it, but just let go, surrender, and to enjoy the journey. And it feels like this person is something, it's like you feel like you can't enjoy your journey until you get that closure. But that renewal that you're looking for, you are the key to that renewal. It's already alive inside of you. The healing is already alive inside of you. And so they don't want you to wait for that moment where this person offers that gift to you, because that gift is already alive in you. And this person doesn't have the follow through to perhaps give you what you're looking for or require moving forward. We have the golden egg. And the spirit is not negating or denying that this is an intense connection for you and a special connection for you that you wish to kind of bring forward. It's like you're protecting it. Here's the cobra. You want to, and even with the golden egg, it's nestled in the soft hay. It's a protection. And they're not saying that you can't protect this in a beautiful heart space. But they're saying that this phoenix is you. That you're protecting this potential so much that you're also stopping the phoenix from rising within you. Stopping that empowerment, because we're giving our empowerment over to another situation, another person. Giving our freedom to feel this rebirth. We're giving it over. And Spirit says that that's not theirs to keep. That empowerment belongs to you. And they don't want you to necessarily feel like you have to release this connection. They just want you to transmute the energy that you feel towards this person and apply it to yourself. Advice, please, for pile 2. Oops. You're provided for in all ways. And I just saw freedom. You always have a choice, of course. Spirit wants you to always understand that when they bring forward messages like this, they're doing it out of love, of course, but they will ultimately follow you down whatever path you choose. We have focus. Choose your priorities and eliminate all distractions. And they don't like to use the word like distractions when it comes to this person, but they do say that this person monopolizes your mind, monopolizes your energy a little bit. And so it is a distraction to your ascension. We have here slow down, pause, and breathe. Dove, serenity, the peace that you seek is already, if you slow down, you'll be able to find it. If you're looking for it inward, you're going to be able to find that peace. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile 2. Charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. How does this person currently feel about pile 2 in the bowl? The Fool, the Four of Cups, and the King of Wands. This person could be a fire sign, perhaps here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. They're really attracted to you in the present, and I feel like there's youth in the past on their side. I feel like the two of you may have known each other for a long time in the past when you were very young. And they kind of kicked themselves for not being brave enough to leap back then. And there's still a part of them that nothing's changed. They would like to leap now, but they're very kind of stuck in this state of apathy, in a state of like, I don't feel like I have power to wield. And if they believe that, then that's the truth, because it means they're not going to put the effort into creating that change. And I feel like they're not in practice of feeling a lot of gratitude in their life to begin with, because they're not appreciating even the gifts that they have right now in life. Got some big ones in the bowl today. We have the letter R and A and K. We have a horseshoe for good luck with the rose of hope here. I often think of Saint Teresa when I see that rose, because I was actually praying to her once when I found this little charm. We have a cardinal. Cardinal appears when angels are near. We have the burnt out sun. So this is about clarity that we've been waiting for a really long time. We have beauty. We do have the ice pick as well, chipping away at a cold exterior. We have the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Cups. So if we're waiting for communication from this person, Spirit says there's too much fear associated with the leap, with actually bringing forward that offer. And the Eight of Cups, even the Eight of Cups in the bowl indicates that the reason for some of that fear is because they may feel like it could cause an issue within the dynamics of their situation, because the Eight of Cups encourages us to walk away from things that are not emotionally fulfilling. And I don't feel like this person's feeling emotionally fulfilled in their environment, but they put themselves in that place, and so they have to be the ones to navigate themselves out of it. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, I would love to hear your story in the comment section below, and I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of our beautiful soul family here. I also offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below. But I do hope that you come back here for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello everybody, in pile number 3, you were drawn to the red candle head here, or to this ash card. So you got the ash card today. You can see there's a fire burning in the corner, this beautiful ash, and the ash is all about self-mastery. It encourages us to gain mastery over ourselves by accepting who we are fearlessly and looking at all the aspects of our own personality and striving to be objective and rational rather than being sort of swept along by all of our emotions. But we can see here that the fire is still burning here for you and this person, and that's what we're asking today. We're asking about whether or not you're going to see this person again in this lifetime. So the fire is still burning, and this could be a sort of a point of contention for you. It's like you could feel like a little bit that you overthink about this person, or that it's the constant thought of this person is almost addictive, because they're asking us to kind of master our emotions surrounding this situation. So you may get really emotional too when it comes to this person. Let's see here. Will you ever see this person again in this lifetime, pile number 3? There's the Eight of Pentacles again. Self-mastery. And the reason why, because with that came the Four of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, because they want us to understand that we have a lot of control over the future outcomes that we experience ultimately. And right now, Spirit says you may be starting from this place of helplessness or hopelessness, and that's not a good place to begin anything. That's not a good foundation to start anything in, because we weave our own destiny when we see this spider. And the Eight of Pentacles is all about self-mastery. So that's why they're asking, that's why we started with this card, because we need to gain more control over our own emotions and feel more capable of creating change in our life. Will you see this person again? We have the Judgment. The King of Swords. You could be an air sign. You're very intelligent. Will you see this person again? The Magician. King of Cups. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Moon, and we have the Six of Cups. I feel like when you think about seeing this person again, and when this person thinks about seeing you again, I feel like you're filled with anxiety almost. There's a beautiful reminiscing energy too with the Six of Cups, but there's insecurity associated with it too. And that's the insecurity, the fear, the worries. That's what divides us. You know, that's what makes us feel incapable of creating change and incapable of anticipating change. And because we're powerful manifestors, if we are consistently in a mindset like that, like the Four of Cups that we just saw, we're powerful enough manifestors for that to take root too. We have the Emperor, we have the World. Spirit wants you to know that there's almost like a protective nature around this connection too. I just saw the Queen of Wands. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Daughter of Cups, we have the Son of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands. So the good news here is that Spirit says that you will see this person again in your lifetime, but it's almost like they're presenting it like you're setting yourself back a little bit. Like we're contributing to the prolonging of the outcome that we're looking for. But I love the fact that Spirit is bringing in all of these rainbows after the storm, because they're assuring us that we're going to conquer this challenge. They're assuring us that success is already ours. So they're already assuring us of that outcome, that yes, you will see this person again in this lifetime. It's kind of set that way in your charts almost. But they do want you to hone your manifestation skills and your manifestation abilities, I guess, because they say that you're a really good manifester, whether you realize it or not. You're a really good manifester, but you can use your powers for good instead of using it to set yourself back. I see communication online opening up first with this person before you physically see them in person. But that's okay, because that also gives you an opportunity to sort of prepare for that physical connection. This person still cares very deeply about you. And I feel like they're hiding that fact. They're hiding that fact because it's like they're waiting perhaps for you to speak so that they can feel empowered and feel vulnerable enough to speak back to you. And I feel like the communication is going to pop up for you when you don't expect it. And I feel like you may have to wait a little while for it. Here's the Son of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is asking us for some patience, but it is, again, an assurance for me, because the Knight of Pentacles is so sure-footed that he will get there eventually. He will get there eventually. He's dependable in that way. But Spirit says we may be able to speed up the process. We may be able to speed up the process a little bit here. And in the very least, utilize this time to our benefit so that we can see things 100% clearly and we no longer feel insecure or kind of bogged down by the narratives that our ego fuels to us about why we should be insecure. The Judgment is our call for reflection to bring about our own sense of inner peace first, so that we're in preparation for this moment, so that we're fully healed and seeing everything clearly, so we feel in control of our experience when this opens back up for us. But I definitely see communication opening up first as the spark to get that wheel going. And then there's a beautiful pathway for you guys to enter into if you choose to. And that they always present it as a choice, because it's always a choice for you. Every moment provides us with another choice of how we want to feel in that moment. And when this pathway opens up, Spirit says that it's a choice that you get to make. There's a lot of excitement and passion down the Page of Wands road. And Spirit doesn't want you to rush things, but they do say that this path is actually a really good one that could lead you to eventually. And they want to emphasize eventually, because they don't want you to be focused on the timing. They want you to enjoy the moment. And when we focus on timing, we're giving power to that timing. They say eventually this could lead to commitment. And not just marriages, but it could, but also just most importantly, it leads to celebration. It leads to happiness for you. And that's exactly what we're looking for. So it's the spark that starts everything. And yes, you will see this person again. Let's see if we can get an indication of when. They are saying it's going to pop up when you're not thinking it's going to pop up. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And so that's what they want to say. You're not waiting. You're living, and you're going to be busy. You're going to be busy because you are considered by your spirit team if you're the Divine Feminine, the every woman of the deck. If you're the Divine Masculine, the every man of the deck. You're good at it all. And so they want you to keep yourself busy and occupied and feeling happy and filled with excitement throughout this period. Maintaining an air of victory can help speed up the process. When will this happen, Spirit? 3 of Wands. Whoops. 3 of Cups, 10 of Cups. So for someone watching, this could happen. We also have the 3 of Pentacles here in the back of the deck. I feel like there's longevity here anyway. The reunion may come between a year, around 10 months, to up to 3 years, depending on who's watching, because I am dealing with collective energy, but within that time frame. So don't be deterred. Again, that's why Spirit doesn't like to say, especially years, because they understand that as a collective, we don't like to hear that word. We don't like to think of that much time having to pass before we get what we want. But that's when they're here to remind us that it doesn't matter about what's coming. Today is what matters. Today is what matters. But because they understand our need for a time frame, or our requirement for a time frame, we do have anywhere between 10 months and we have up to 3 years here for you. But they want to remind you that you're living that time anyway, and you're going to be busy. You're going to be busy fueling yourself with confidence and busy shifting your mindset and keeping that fire burning, not only for this connection, but for yourself. So practical steps towards our goals are going to lead us here. And this has got a lot of potential. This connection in the future has a lot of potential. So if you're experiencing the storm now, we have the beautiful rainbow waiting for us, an opportunity. And that's what the Page of Pentacles brings in, is an opportunity. But this gateway, you're going to have to be the one to use the key to unlock it. Find a balance, and that's for you, finding a balance within. It's all about mastery. It's all about mastering our own emotions, not letting them control us. And we have here, speak your world into being, working on your manifestation. It's going to help to create change here faster. Back of the deck says, step up and lead. You may be the one who feels the need to bring forward the communication first. You may gain enough confidence in this sort of in-between to be like, well, I'm not going to, I heard her say 10 months to 3 years. And I'm like, I'm not going to be that 3-year mark. So I'm going to be the one to step out in boldness. Because this person is definitely suppressing some of their feelings for you. And your guides and your team are going to walk with you if you choose that path as well. Please, for pile 3. We have here playfulness. Oh, I love it. And activation. Back of your deck says healing. And you can see this is in the winter. And we're in winter right now. And so this is like the winter of this connection in a sense, because it's about incubation. It's about regrouping. It's about healing and rest for now. And to enjoy this moment while we're waiting. Spirit wants us to invoke more play, more joy into our life, more laughter. Confidence is our key to sort of surviving this period of time until we get what we want here. But we do have the activation card. And that is a really, really beautiful sign, because it's like we're getting closer and closer and closer with each step that we take. And it's a celebration that's coming for us. And it says Spirit of Guardian of Spring. So springtime could be very significant for you or for this connection as well moving forward. Guys, please for pile number 3. We have here, stand your ground, boundaries. There's another bear, mother bear here. You may be a parent potentially here with the Queen of Pentacles. She was holding a baby there. And we have own your power, raven magic. Now the raven is able to communicate. They have vocal cord abilities to communicate words. And again, there's a sense here, potentially you being the pursuer, potentially bringing in some of your confidence or some of your voice to create change here. That's not for everyone. That's just for someone specific. But let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 3. A charm bowl, please, for pile 3. How does this person currently feel for pile 3 in the bowl? What are their current feelings in the bowl? I missed it. Ooh. You may live pretty far apart from this person. You may have to actually travel to them, but they have a lot to communicate to you. And there's a huge sort of pressure that's kind of building when it comes to you. They have so much to say, but it's like they're kind of afraid to say it. And they're worried they're not going to get the chance. They're kind of losing a little bit of hope here that they're going to get a chance. And this could even be your energy floating into the bowl as well, about hopelessness, about getting the chance to articulate some of the things or to experience some of the physical things with this person that you want to. But that's why it's so important for us to gather ourselves, to speak our world into being, to rebalance, and to fuel ourselves with gratitude and joy, to prepare ourselves for more moments of gratitude and joy. In the bowl today, we have Princess and Secret, holding their feelings for you as secret. We have the Butterfly of Transformation, and it's the big one, because Spirit thinks it's really important for all of those balance energies to find their place. We have the Skull and Crossbones. It's like addiction, poisonous, it's like someone who feels really insecure. We have Made with Love, so there could be children. We have Z and R. And the kitty cat, so Leo energy, claiming our independence for now. We do have Watermelon Sugar. I always think of Watermelon Sugar like that song by Harry Styles. So sweet results could await us. We have the Chili Pepper, a new pathway opening up. Where was that page? There's that Page of Wands. We have the Half Moon, insecurity, wanting to reveal something. And we have the Starfish, healing ourselves. Over a perceived loss, because it's a reminder that we're already whole. This person can add to our experience, and we will get a chance to see them again and to sort of pursue that opportunity. But ultimately, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you and nothing missing from you at this point. All right, pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it did, I would love to hear your story below in the comments section, and I would love for you to be a part of our beautiful soul family here and subscribe to the channel. And if you do, be sure to hit your notification bell and drop me that comment so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check me out on Etsy for personalized reading, and that link is below. But I do hope that you come back here for another visit, another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.